Good afternoon, evening to you all. How the devil are you? It's been about a week since the last video. I apologise for that. I've been feeling a bit under the weather this last week. Migraines have been kicking in. I've had a little touch of depression here or there, but really migraines have been going mad. So hopefully that I'm a little bit less groggy at the moment. I'm hoping my headache will withstand it so I can make lots of loud noises. Lots of loud noises. I've lost the power of speech, which I'm sure a lot of my regular viewers will be very happy about. But it still is not going to shut me up. You see, I can't get my words in the right order at the moment. First of all, a big shock. Today's video, the beer of the day, is not beer because of the migraines and that. It's this stuff. I don't know what it is, what it does. It's water, basically. And not any old water. It's got bubbles in it. So, which makes it almost like beer. And in fact, this stuff is this. It's apple and cucumber flavoured water with bubbles in it. It's a bit like a vegetarian's farted in a bathtub, to be honest with you. But it's, you know, it's meant to do you good. It's for my own good, and so cheers to you. Enough of that. I mentioned on I think it was on the beach video I did, the last one, the walkabout video, that I have a really appalling guitar, a really appalling electric guitar, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. And I'm going to do a bit of a test with it. I'm going to put it through an amplifier here. I'll show you that kit actually. I'll show you what kit I'm going to be using now. I've got the Switch Vibracell guitar, the old tone plastic. Not the greatest guitar on the planet, and it's a very, you know, it's a guitar. But it's not absolutely dreadful. It's got a single pickup at the back, humbucker and a single coil switcheroony thing on there, and it's not actually, you know, appalling. It's just a basic guitar that sounds like a basic electric guitar. I'm going to use this as some sort of comparison, just to show you, hopefully, and you'll see how appalling, Matt, I've been telling you how appalling this guitar is, not this one, the other one. You think this is bad? I'm laughing because I know what's coming. So what we're going to do is I'm going to play a bit through that. I'll just show you what kit I've got lined up here. If I can just move you about for a sec, I apologise for this. So I've got this, which is my old, can you see that? I apologise for my appalling camera. An old Roland Cube 20. I'll get round the back of it to show you what we got. Okay, it's one of these things. It's from the sort of, I think, the late 80s or the 90s or something like that. Little Cube 20. Great little amp actually, really, really clean sound. And the reason I'm using that is because it doesn't tend to colour the sound of the guitar too much. What you put in is roughly what comes out, and we're going to use that as a bit of a test anyway. So this is for a bit of a laugh. I'll tell you what the point of this is in a minute. I've got some plug-in effects, some stomp boxes, which you don't normally see me using, and this is why. What have I got? I can't get the camera in there. God, there's a Turbo Rat. There's a Boss PS3 pitch shifter delay, which I've just got on a delay, and an old Boss tremolo pedal. Okay, they're what I'm going to be using, and again, that's pretty much what I've got. And I don't tend to use effects pedals too much. I tend to, you know, I record through VSTs and direct input through my sound card, and we're going to do a bit of that as well. I'm trying to hold off showing you this guitar because it's. I'm laughing because I know what it sounds like. I need to check, is Les Paul dead? Dave? Dave says yes, Les Paul's dead, so I'm allowed to do this, and if you hear a sort of a that's noise, that's him turning in his grave and trying to get out and grab me around the throat and punch me. So all apologies to Les Paul. This guitar does not bear your name, and any similarities to the actual Les Paul guitar are purely cosmetic. Okay. I made a bit of a moan on my last video that certain YouTubers and things like that, quite often you'll see them demonstrate guitars, do a demo of guitars, and what they do is they put them all through tons of distortion and high gain and diddly diddly squeak and pinched harmonics. Don't do those things. You know, do one in a gig, but don't do 10 every fucking riff you're doing. You know, you're over 50, mate. Or, yeah, I'm over 50. I don't want to hear that shit. Anyway. I'm rambling, it's the migraine doing my brains, you know, huge apologies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the other guitar first to give you a good laugh, and then we'll take it from there. So, okay, this was the first electric guitar I ever bought, and I paid 30 quid for it, and something £30, so about $40, $45. And at the time I bought it, it had been owned by virtually everybody I knew and their older brother at one point or another. And the last person that had it was actually a left-handed guitar player, and he changed it over to a left-handed guitar. So when I got it, I had to put a new nut on it, cut the nut. I had to buy a new bridge because and all that sort of stuff, and set it up. But it's actually got a reasonable setup, considering I did it about 30 years ago, and I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I'd never even been. That was the first electric guitar I probably ever touched. And had I have touched any other electric guitar on the planet, I probably wouldn't have bought that one. But I'll show you what it is. I can't stop laughing because it's so fucking dreadful, this thing. Okay, let's get it. Let's go over here and find it. And I'll do an unboxing because you love those things, don't you? So you love these sort of things. So here's a box. Oh God, here's a box. I'm going to open that and we'll do an unboxing. Can you see that? You can sort of see that, and I'll try and get out of the way. Why don't people have cameramen? Why do people have cameramen? I know. Right, so here's the box, and this is the most important, this is the best thing about the whole guitar, and this didn't actually come with it. This was something I rescued from a guitar shop a few years ago. And there's a little sticker on the outside of it which I've written in a bit of masking tape, and it says Sattelite. Sattelite. S-A-T-T-E-L-I-T-E. Some of you UK viewers here who are about my age will know the horror within this box. I'll give you a chance to process this. These guitars were sold at Woolworths pretty much back in the 70s and that, and they were probably only about 30 quid then, and they were pretty much your bog standard cheapest guitars on the planet, and truly dreadful. Truly, truly dreadful. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put it through this amp, play it clean, give you the full wonders of... I can't stop laughing, this is awful. Okay, let's just show you what this is. And then I'm going to whop it all through the ampli and stuff like I used the other week on that little football guitar I had, the soccer ball guitar. Just to see, and I don't know what it's going to sound like through that. It might be absolute Sattelite, we'll call this thing, the Sattelite. It might be absolute shite, it might sound good. In which case, where does that put thousands of pounds worth of guitar kit if something this bad actually sounds good? It's a weird one. I don't know what it's going to sound like through that. I honestly don't. I haven't put it through that. I've got no reason to. This lives in a box in a dark corner under the bed and hasn't been touched. Well, I got it out the other day and put it back quickly, but here we go. Here's the unboxing. And the custom finish on it is something I did myself when I was a teenager, probably, or slightly older than a teenager, but should have known better. So here it is, the Sattelite. I think we'll call it that. It's got GB, which is Great Britain, and also Ganja Brain, Abbott Ale. There's some high visibility stickers which I ripped off of a traffic cone. Just round a hole. I mean, someone had left these traffic cones round a hole. I thought it was a stupid place to leave, and they could fall in the hole in this road, you know. That's just irresponsible. So I took those, moved them to the side of the pavement, and that just seemed a lot safer. Lots of stickers. There's Blood and Captain Chaos, which is my old nickname, which is why the band I record with is called Blazing Chaos, you see, because my buddy's called Blaze, and that used to be my nickname. It's Chaos, another headline. There's an on sign because I was a Steve Hillage fan. There's a Mr. T. Shut up, fool, you're going to be a dead man, sucker, because obviously he's the coolest person on the planet. A little headline from a newspaper, Hippie Horrors, it says there. Red Alert. It's Chaos, and there's another one somewhere that says Playing the Blues and Acid and various other things like that all over it. The headstock. That's another hand-drawn thing. I mean, this is about 30 years ago. I glued that on with Araldite probably. I think it has Jeep Gibson copy, and this guitar is for sale, Tipexed on the front. You can see all the machine heads are original. They were originally machine heads, and apart from this one, you know, there's one here which is a gold, really nice gold coloured machine head, which is probably worth about 3 times what the entire guitar is worth, actually. So we have that. You'll see the neck, it's got a scalloped neck on it. Unfortunately, it's scalloped on the back there. I don't know what happened there. I think I got a bit carried away with a wood chisel after too many beers. I can't fill that in, but who cares? Who cares? And just like a real Les Paul, real actual Les Paul, it's got a bolt-on neck. Some more intricate carving that I did. Chaos and the Captain on the battery cover, or the battery cover, the whatever that cover's called, the cover, and all the rest of it. And what's that say? 95L. I don't know what that means. Worth 95 pence. So you can see the beautiful neck joint there, absolutely gorgeous. They've really just like, not like they've just stuck 2 bits of wood together and just hammered some screws through there. They've done that. You can see the beautiful custom knobs off. I think it's because this one had all black knobs, and I wanted those for another guitar, so I just ripped them off and found whatever was about. And there you go. And old, look at that. Any UK smokers who remember the brown old Hoban labels? Brown old Hoban wrappers, eh? That's probably worth a few quid, isn't it? And this guitar isn't so much relicked as bollocked, I think we'll call it. And there you go, all the hippy dippy stuff around it and all that, because that was my thing back then. That's really the guitar. It's got your 3-way selector switch, which on my Epiphone Les Paul, which is the other one I got, I actually run these so they're horizontal rather than vertical, because it just suits me better. If they're vertical and I'm having a real thrash, which I usually do, you know, I just end up changing the pickup selector, which you don't want to do on this, because something very, very, very strange happens. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm laughing now because I know what this is going to sound like. You might think these are humbucker pickups on there. You'd be wrong. You might think they're single coil. You'd be wrong. You might think they're... no one knows what they are. They're just bloody dreadful. They sound like nothing else. So what I'll do is I'm going to plug it in to the Roland. What I'll do is I'll put the switch in first of all, the switch vibrocell, just to give you a comparison of another guitar. And I'll put... This is completely clean. I've just got the settings on about halfway on everything on there. A little bit of reverb. That's what a normal guitar. That's the humbucker setting. This is a single coil. My playing is really, really off. I apologise. So this migraine thing has just been screwing up all my everything, thought processes, ability to speak, ability to think, ability to walk in a straight line, or even to find something half decent to drink. I'm going to have to change this for a beer in a second. This really isn't working, is it? So there you go, okay? That's this guitar, and if I bung it through the turbo rat, bit of delay. To the humbucker. Okay, we'll turn the rat off again and... That's just a bit of delay, a bit of tremolo. We'll take all those off again. Okay, so that's what a relatively normal plastic, moulded plastic single pickup split coil guitar sounds like. It's normal for here, obviously. Normal for anybody else. Who knows what's going on today? I'm going to watch this back and think, who the hell was that bloke? What was going on? I'll talk to you in a sec. Yeah, back, sorry, something just went beeps. Yeah, so I'm going to plug this thing in now, and we'll just have a listen to see what this sounds like on the these amazing pickups. And please feel free to laugh your breasts off, because this is appalling. So we have front pickup. Actually doesn't sound too bad. Cock. It's all gone wrong. And now it's completely exploded. Oh. Oh. And now the whole fucking thing's died. So what we're going to do is I'm going to sort this out and come back to this later. I'll talk to you soon. What a disaster.